What up, people? What up? Your Holler Boys are back.
Holla.
What up? And we got a special one for you today. We're doing an interview. We talking to this cat who has been in a number of films that I have watched and didn't even realize it, you know?
Listen, I first took notice of this brother in a show that I'm sure everybody knows, The Walking Dead. You know, I always got a special affinity when I see my my follically challenged brothers out there representing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He was killing it in season 3, I believe. It's season 2 or season 3. And then just been following them ever since. He does stage. He does film. He does TV. I mean, man after my own heart. He goes out there and get it. So it was definitely an honor to go ahead and have him come on and chop it up with us. Like I say, you've seen him on Walking Dead. You've seen him pitching Walmart. You've seen him play the Dutter Man on stage in New Jack City. You know what I'm saying? Family Business, House of Vicious. The brother does it all, and he does it well. And I'm talking about none other than Vincent M. Ward. What's up, bro?
Vincent Ward coming through.
Holla.
Yeah.
My bald brethren is here.
Yeah, man, we here. I was gonna throw a wig on right quick when you were saying that.
Yeah, I know you like the wigs too. I seen you with the wig.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. So yeah, thank you for being here, man. This is going to be a wonderful interview, wonderful ride, because we got so many things in common, and also just all of us being in the industry, experiencing what we've experienced. So I'm sure we're gonna get some good stuff. So let's start at the beginning, man. How did you get into this? Has this been a lifelong thing? Did you pivot like some of us did from something else? How did this all start?
Man, being fired from General Motors.
That's where
it started at. Yeah, man. But even before then, I always had the entertainment blood in me, man. I was a dancer in a rap group. We would open up shows for MC Hammer and NWA. We was the opening act. So when we opened, it might have been 15 people in the audience and playing basketball. So I've always, been in front of people. But when after all that was over with, working at GM, being from Ohio, that was a job to have.
What part of Ohio?
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, okay, all right.
And then when I got hurt on the job, man, I had to do something. So I started working at Champ Sports, and Dayton became the #1 salesman in the district. And they said, we want to train you as assistant manager, but you have to move to Columbus. Moved to Columbus, became the #1 dude there. One day the general manager came and said, man, you're doing such a great job in the company. How far you want to take it? I was like, I'd like to have a position like yours one day. Man, 2 weeks later, that dude fired me.
Oh, shit.
Fired me, and I went to my manager. I was like, why are you doing this? He said, man, you're my favorite. Whatever you said to the GM, that's why I have to let you go. 3 weeks after that, I went and saw my very first play, and I was probably 28, 29 years old. I had never even seen a play at a little place called Living the Dream Theater, like 20 seats. And that day, I fell in love with acting. Yeah. I went and auditioned, man, and Champs tried to give me my job back, and I told him no. Found something that I love to do.
Yeah.
Fast forward, by the time it was time for me to move to California, GM had cut me a check for $10,000, telling me not to come back. 3 years after that, everybody at GM lost their job. So what we might think is a negative might be a positive to push you into what you really and truly should be doing.
Bro,
I've been out here since 2000.
Bro,
I think we all got a similar story. Right?
Yeah, I had no idea. It's my first time hearing this story, but it is pretty much the exact same thing. I had some smaller signs early on in life that showed me that it was a gift, but for whatever reason, you go the route of, you want to pay bills, you want to get out of mama and daddy house. 9 years for me doing sales and, life insurance, all kinds of stuff. The big thing for me was Merrill Lynch. And then 2008, 2009 happened. They kicked my black ass out. And I was, to be honest with you, I was miserable, but I had found that calling, the acting bug. I had got a play shortly after that. Then I went and did, I was a background for Up in the Air with George Clooney. And then it hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so similar, man.
Especially with George Clooney, man. You know, that guy, he's an A-lister. And one thing I can honestly say, man, when I did the movie Ocean's 11, I had a 5-day contract, and every day I played ball with them. George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, and I was like their competition. And I remember my last day, I said, George, you know, today is my last day, and he said, "Don't worry about it, Vince. I'll take care of it." I'm like, what? I got an extra 5 days with pay just to play ball with them. And if I knew what I knew, if I knew what I knew today, me and George Clooney would be best friends. And not because I want something from him, but because he was so down to earth. And we ended up having a lot of stuff in common. I remember us going to lunch one time, and this guy, the trucks or whatnot, you looking up, ordering your food. And that day it was lobster tails. He gave me this little bitty lobster tail. I looked at George's gigantic lobster tail, and George said, "Hey man, why would you give this big guy such a small lobster tail? This dude was breaking his neck to apologize to George Clooney. Didn't say nothing to me." And I remember another time we was playing ball, and his shoe came untied. George Clooney's shoe came untied, and you should have seen them PAs running out there to tie his shoe. Yeah. Oh my God. You guys can do that. I can tie my own shoe.
To tie his shoe.
Yeah, his shoe. But you know, people they put them on put people on such a huge pedestal like that. Yeah. Some of them turn into buttholes.
Yeah,
you know, because he's so used to people catering to him, but he was definitely not like that.
Yeah, if you're not locked into who you are already, that fame and that ass kissing and that celebrity worship, it'll turn you into a piece of crap.
I hear that about him. I don't even like people to fix my food on set.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I can get my own food. It's just I feel weird when somebody does that, man. I don't like it. I'm grateful, that. I'm like, that's my job. I'm like, I can get my own.
Yeah, for sure. So how soon did you move? What year or what time period was it when you moved to LA versus
2000?
2000.
In 2000, just like that. You just made the move.
Yeah, I came out because right after I did Traffic, because we shot Traffic in Ohio with Michael Douglas. That was my first big thing. And then that's when I told my parents I'm moving here, and I moved back to Dayton, saved some money, and then that's when the GM check came for the $10,000.
Just out of the blue.
Out of the blue, and it showed enough help.
Yeah, I'm about to say that 10,000 helped you with the move.
Yeah,
keep you afloat.
When I moved out here, I ended up staying with my boy at this time and his wife, and they lived in San Diego, and I didn't realize how far San Diego was from LA.
Yeah,
so I'm driving back and forth every day, trying to find a place in LA to stay. 3 hours driving, 2.5 hours driving. So I mean, for us to still be out here after all these years says a lot. People like, man, you have made it. You have made it if you had stayed out here.
Yeah.
Where y'all from?
So I grew up in Miami, and I've been pretty much been throughout the Southeast ever since. Mostly Florida. I lived in Tampa. I got laid off when I was in Tampa, but mostly Orlando. I was in Atlanta for a little while. But yeah, basically in the Southeast. But I thought when I had that moment after I got laid off, I went out to LA for like a week just to kind of like see, just to get into the vibe, get into a different mind frame.
You was out there trying to get discovered in a week.
No, not really that. But I just wanted to like get away and just get a whole change of atmosphere, just get around the place in the village. But then, a couple months later, I found out my son was on the way. So that's really what kept me here. You know what I'm saying? But I was prepared to go live in a car somewhere. I was going to be LA or Atlanta. But I was like, nah, I can't. I gotta hold it down.
No.
So that's the only reason I never went to LA or Atlanta full time.
The dog was like, let me tell the story. Let me tell the story.
Yeah.
Been laying here saying nothing the whole time. As soon as I get on here, they want to bark. Sorry.
Yeah. And me, I'm a military brat, so I'm from everywhere. Did military for a while myself, and then born in Charleston, raised in Beaufort, moved around, and tried to settle in Richmond, Virginia, where my wife found me, because according to her, I was I was homeless. She had to dust me off, all this stuff.
Whatever works.
And, yeah, whatever works, whatever works. And then moved to Tampa from Richmond, and then I was selling radio, radio advertising in Richmond. Then moved over to Orlando, was selling TV for Fox TV, and then I was just like, I'm done. I'm gonna start my own agency. I'm gonna do my own thing. Went back to school, got my MFA. Started teaching and doing stuff, and here we are.
Yeah, it is. So I always say my wife has the real job. She's a teacher.
Yeah,
that's what I do. Yep.
Yeah. Y'all got
what does your wife teach?
Kindergarten.
Okay.
Ooh, no, she really teach.
TK.
Yeah, she really teach.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah. So back to you, bro. Back to you.
Let's talk about that, because your independent grind is something that's been impressive to me. Like, you constantly got them coming out across different platforms. Obviously Stepdaddy's on Prime. You got stuff on Tubi. You're a big horror guy too, so I love that too. I love horror as well.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Where did you start to really cut your teeth in the independent game?
Well, you know what, man, going through the whole horror thing, and I didn't even realize this until maybe a couple years ago. Man, going back to the basketball and the dancing, I never had any basketball posters, no Dominique, no Jordan, none of those people. But I did have Freddie. I did have Chucky. I had Mike. And I remember my parents, when I say I had Freddie, I had a stand-up poster of him. At that time, that thing had to be about 6 feet tall. Yeah. And my parents, I remember my parents.
Are you serious with it?
Yeah, it's like, is it something you want to talk to us about? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? It's like your room. You have all these like horror people in your room. No basketball, no rap, no nothing. And I didn't even think nothing of it. And it wasn't like I was thinking about being an actor or anything. That's just something that I like.
You just like horror, yeah.
And then once I started acting, I started noticing I'm getting killed off on everything. So I'm like, I got to figure out a way not to be the one to get killed off. So that's when I started creating. I started thinking about characters that look like me, or I don't see. I mean, only black killer that we had was Candyman. Tony Todd, may he rest in peace. So that's why I created Death Row. Even for travel shows, I never seen anybody who looked like me. It was always an older white man doing the travel shows. I just came up with another thing. It's called Little Walter. Now, Tony song used to creep me out. Hey, really? Little Walter, somebody's gonna get you, Little Walter. So I'm like, okay. Little Walter, Annabelle, Chucky. All these dolls. So I created Little Walter, and that's one of the ones that I'll be pitching tomorrow.
Oh, that's the same.
Yeah. So it is based off the movie. Remember the movie Magic with Anthony Hopkins? When he first started, he had that dummy on his lap, the mannequin, but it's called Magic. And so that's another thing that he was a killer. That was another thing that I thought about, I'm like, okay. And then how the stepdaddy came around is it was an old movie called The Stepfather.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
So I'm like, and I used to like that movie. And I'm like, well, what if I did it in my way? But the crazy thing about my movie Stepdaddy is, I mean, we shot it in 2020.
Really?
Yeah.
2020. I woke up a couple of weeks ago. Nobody had told me anything. Okay. I wake up because my name is connected to like Google alerts.
Yeah.
I see my name in all these horror blogs, Vincent M. Ward's movie, The Stepdaddy, and all these articles, and I'm like, what?
Wait,
what the heck? Nobody. I didn't even know it was coming out until I woke up and saw the emails.
How does that happen?
So you didn't know it was going to Prime?
I didn't know anything. I hadn't seen it because if I would have saw it, I would have been like, okay, when I killed old girl, where's the damn blood? You know, I'm critical on stuff, man. I'm like, hey, I stabbed her like 8 times and ain't no blood. You know, the lighting. I'm grateful for the people that was behind the scene for Devereaux and for the stepdaddy. You know, that they got the distribution with Lionsgate. But those people benefited more than I did.
Okay, so this is good stuff. This is good stuff for people to hear. Let's dig a little deep. And if you can't talk about it, by all means, just say whatever you can say.
But I did notice there was no blood when you stabbed it.
Yeah.
Good. Man, you should have seen me yelling at the TV. Man, I was in here going off. My wife was like, calm down. I mean, I understand. I'm like,
not everybody bleeds when they die, baby. Not everybody bleeds when they die.
Man, you stabbed it 8 times. Every time I think about it, I get pissed.
I was like, maybe I was the only one that caught it. Maybe it was just me. Maybe it was just me.
It was so many things that if I would have seen it, I would have said something about it. Yeah. But both times, my Devereaux movie and my stepdaddy movie, I pretty much didn't have any say-so on the edit.
Okay, that's what I was getting at before.
Did you write the stepdaddy?
Because you wrote the story. This is your story, right? So this is, this is education for people. Obviously, the producers, whoever you worked with, they got a hold of it and they took control. Is that what happened? So you didn't see no edits. You weren't involved in none of the releasing process.
Remember, I had already put in my mind it's not coming out. And then one of the producers hit me maybe 3 or 4 months ago, started asking me some questions because the one executive producer that was quote unquote making things happen was making things happen on her own. And then they start cutting deals behind my back. And I'm just like, what? So I would tell anybody, if you have a project, make sure you're involved as much as possible. Yeah. Even going back to my Devereaux movie, favors was being made by people who wanted to be in the movie, was paying to be in it. And I had no clue. Actors.
They were paying to be in it.
Pay to play is a big thing now. I've
never heard of it.
I've discovered that even with all, not like I'm a big name, nothing, but I've got a resume to where I ain't paying nobody to do nothing.
I'm with you.
No,
that's crazy.
But it's a thing. I've been asking people all around the Southeast. It's a thing. People are paying instead of you going to an audition and earning your role. You're paying to either go to a boot camp or you're paying for the right to get into a room with people for them to pick and choose who to put in the movie.
Yeah,
I know that used to happen in radio.
And then the people, some of these actors who pay, it's like, oh, well, I can put it on my reel that I'm with such and such.
Yeah,
I mean, it kind of is like, okay, but they couldn't act. Wow. And these were the directors people.
Thank you.
And I'm thinking, and man, this dude was like this.
Yeah.
But when money gets involved, man, people switch up. And I was so hurt because I'm like, damn, this was my dog, Mm-hmm. And you do this to me, and then you did it twice. Nah, man.
Wow.
Nah.
Right. So that person was also affiliated with Stepdaddy?
Yes. Because remember, the Stepdaddy was actually first. That was 2020.
Yeah.
And then Devereaux came. But I didn't find all this stuff out until afterwards.
Damn.
Man.
So if it's your project, even for the Stepdaddy, I'll be the first one to tell you I ain't no writer, but I write stuff that I think I would like to watch. Yeah. Every character that's in there, I'm playing it. I'm using the voice and all that other stuff. Yeah. But the way that I come up with the concepts, and it might sound nuts, is I'm sleep. Mm-hmm. Every time I create something, I'm sleep, and I'm like in my mind, I'm watching it like I'm watching a movie, even though I haven't written anything down. Yeah. And the first thing I wrote about the Stepdaddy, And I pitched it to them. They was like, it would cost too much because I had an island and all types of stuff. And so they was like, well, you know, we're going to bring somebody in to help you, you know, lower it so it won't cost as much. And that's where Dreka came in, Dreka Armstrong. And so then I'm thinking like, okay, all that stuff I wrote, what the hell I'm going to do with it? Yeah. Oh, I know what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to turn it into a book. That's exactly what I did. Because I'm like, as somebody who don't consider themselves writers, because I respect writers and the process that they go through, and you know, y'all got a process that y'all do. Y'all just ain't dreaming about it. And so I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna be wasting my brain cells that I'm thinking I did something good and let it go. So that's why I turned it into a book.
Damn, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, and
nowadays, lemons in the lemonade, people. Lemons in the lemonade.
Yeah. Hollywood's looking for IP, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And you know, I've always, anything that I quote unquote create, I try to make sure it's gonna be a part 2, part 3, part 4. Because if doggone Saul, I mean, he ain't even in some of the movies, and he's
yeah.
You know, Jason, Michael Myers. I mean, damn, how many times he gonna die and come back?
That's why your ending to that I like, especially because it went against the normal bullshit. Like, I ain't trying to spoil it. Well, maybe spoiler alert, but you don't take no L. Like,
no, don't.
And again, like at the ending with the whole
everybody got it, but you.
The whole nurse and all of that. Again, those wasn't my people. I didn't come up with that scene because I would have ended it just being in the diner. Why I got to kill 4 more people or 3 more people in a scene that didn't even match anything? You see what I'm saying? It didn't match everything else because he brought in his friends, and now we added a doggone scene.
Yeah.
But at that time,
I was wondering about a lot. And then you teared up a lot. I appreciate that.
And you know, as somebody that was my first one, I was just geeked up to have it being made. You know what I mean? Not being like, no, that ain't gonna, that don't match or whatnot. Yeah. So now you understand why some of them scenes you just like, why they put that in there?
Yeah.
You know, I even do this video called 3 Minutes a Day with Big V Ward. And I said it. I said it ain't perfect. I'm grateful it's out. I said some of that stuff I had no clue what was happening.
Yeah.
On the 28th, when everybody else saw it, that's when I saw it too. And that's when I saw ain't no damn blood. And that's when I went and fell off on the TV.
Hey, you're a real boy. You're a real
boy.
I mean, yes, because like I say, you wrote it. You were a producer on it though, not just the overall. Because I know it's different titles and different hierarchies. And stuff.
So you're writer, producer, and actor. Okay.
Yeah. So now, do you still get a cut off of the buys and the pay-per-view or whatever? Oh no, he made that.
We'll see.
They bought you out.
Hey, I didn't even know it was coming out, big dog. So I don't even know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's
only thing, and you know what, and to keep my sanity, I just say, thank you, God, it was made.
Yeah.
And I have a relationship with Lionsgate.
Yeah.
That's something you can't take away from me.
Because they distributed it, right?
Both of them. Devereaux and
that's still huge. That's
huge. I mean, the people behind the scenes, they got the connections. Yeah. They definitely got the connection. I tell people, I told this guy yesterday, I said it's like Don King. Don King gonna get you that championship, but he gonna get way more than what you gonna get.
Yeah.
And I felt like I was being Mike Tyson or whoever Don King represented.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But me being a good guy and not try to get over on people, I know in due time everything else is gonna come. You know, all my prayers and everything's gonna be answered because I didn't do anybody dirty. If anything, I was the only one that was legit and honest.
Yeah. Yeah, man, you a real one for sure, man. And regardless of what happened to this, like again, we can go title for title. Like your IMDb go crazy, bro. So obviously you do good work and you take good care of people. And just like when you was telling the story with George Clooney, like it didn't happen by accident that he took to you like that, and that it wound up rewarding you, because in this business and any other business, your name and your reputation will take you places that you have no idea where you can go. People that's doing dirty eventually get kicked out and they get done dirty.
Yeah.
And not to say that bad things are happening to good people too, but for the overall and the balance and to be able to sleep at night, your name and your reputation carries you into rooms that you will never even know that you in.
Let me tell you something. About a month ago, my business partner, I'm gonna call her my business partner, Lorraine Wilson. So she hits me up and she was like, "You'll never believe what happened on set today." I was like, "What?" So it was, the first day you meet everybody, whatever, right? She's a wardrobe. So the second day, some guy comes to her. I guess he and looked, it might even be the third day. I guess he and looked her up on IMDb and saw that me and her worked together a lot, right? So she said he comes up to her and says, "So I see you work with Mr. Vincent M Ward a lot." And she's like, "Yeah, that's my boy." And he says, And she did exactly what you just did. And she's like, "What you mean, Yeah, I heard he was a handful to work with on set." And she was like, "If you talking about somebody having their stuff together, being on time, and expect for everybody else to have their stuff together, then yeah, he a handful."
Yeah.
But what you're trying to say is a bunch of BS. And I'm glad that she checked him. And I was like, "Well," I said, what's his name?" She told me his name. I looked him up, and somebody I auditioned against before, right?
Wow.
So, but for him to do some mess like that, you don't know who Lorraine is, but you want to try to talk about me. We ain't never worked together.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, look here. When I'm on set, I don't give nobody no problems.
Hell no.
I believe in, I'd rather wait for you than you having to wait for me. I hated Jim, but Jim taught me, if your butt is late, you're gonna be fired, because they was racists out there anyways. But for this guy to just come up to her and say some bull crap like that, I'm like, this is a straight up sucker move, man.
Hating from the sideline.
Yeah, and I told her, I say, when I see this dude, I'm gonna check the hell out of him. And she was like, "Nah, don't say nothing to him. Obviously he hating, but what if you were somebody that, not saying that she ain't nobody important, but what if you were somebody that was important, that it can change my life or what I got going on, and you trying to talk crazy about me, not only talk crazy but lie?"
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
We got to be better than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, and the industry is too small. Like we don't need all that hate. We need some way where we can all work together. And I find that a lot in Orlando, where we primarily live, and it's so many people doing separate projects, and you got people who it becomes cliquish and they don't want to work together because of this or that. And it's like we can all make money together.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the terms people use a lot now is gatekeeping. Gatekeeping. When you said about your scripts, what's the first thing I said? Oh, Chris Stokes.
Chris Stokes. Yeah, you told me in Connect. Yeah.
I just started working with them this week. And my thing is tomorrow. But why would I hold that back from you, even though we don't know each other? But why would I hold that back from you?
Correct.
Yeah. Right. And I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, thank you.
I don't do anything to get something in return. Whatever I do it from the heart. I do it because I want people to win. And like you said, it's enough money out here for all of us.
It really is. It really is.
I don't get it.
I knew this was gonna be good.
We talk about your work. So, we saw you on Walking Dead. Yeah, we saw you in Stepdaddy. We saw you in, a couple of other things I saw up here. It was House of Vicious. That was on Hulu, right?
No, House of Vicious was on BT Plus. So BT Plus, So
that's the one you working with Ron Rico, right?
Yeah, no. That's the Blackhampton / Family Business.
Blackhampton. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
This brother got so many shows. It's hard to keep up with his characters, dog. Like,
but you know what? It's about.
I
never even auditioned for any of these shows.
They come.
It was all. Again, it's not what you know; it's who you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shout out to to Phaedra Harris. I'm working with Bentley Evans tomorrow on New State. He got a new show called New State of Mind. Okay. She's the one who hooked me up with House of Vicious maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I had worked with her on an independent film called Illicit. One day she called me out the blue 4 or 5 years ago, and Phaedra's funny. She's a casting director, but she's funny. She probably one of the realest ones you ever meet. She called me up. She said, "Hey nigga, what you doing next week?" Just like that. I said, "What you need me to do?" She said, "I'm working on this new show called House of Vicious." Yeah. I did season 1, season 2. Now we waiting on season 3 because season 3 is when my character takes over the entire show. My
wow, really?
Yeah, man. My character's name is Bishop, and the ending of the show, the last line says, this young lady, she picks up the phone, she says, "Welcome to House of Bishop." And man, when I heard that, I damn near, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of cried. I almost fainted and cried because that's what we want. Yeah. We want to be series regulars. You know, we want to be leading men and all that other stuff, man. Yeah. So, you know, and again, even with the Family Business and the Blackhamptons, they're all the same people. But when they weren't like really big, I was doing the independent films, you know, for the $125 and all that other stuff. So once they became bigger, they remembered me and they gave me a call to be on the Blackhamptons. But what happened was they're taking the Blackhamptons away and they start moving us over to the Family Business. So that's how I got on those 2 shows.
Okay.
Gotcha.
With Trey Haley and Indy and Tridesta. And like I said about Chris Stokes and them having their stuff together, I love when Black productions had their stuff together. Ain't no CPT time, ain't no arguing on the set, ain't no none of that stuff. And they have their stuff together, and they show their appreciation.
Yeah. So these were all shows that you gained through your connections, or was any of this through reps or anything, agents, managers?
None. Not.
And you say you never had to audition?
I never auditioned. The show with Chris this week, when I did the play Redemption of a Dog with Snoop, it was Snoop, Tamar Braxton, Omar Gooding, Eric Benet, Lil JJ, Demetri McKinney, a lady named Carnetta. Carnetta hit me up because she was working behind the scenes in the play. When Chris and them was looking for my character, she called me up. I didn't even have to audition. She called me up.
Nice. That's where you want to be.
And then after I was leaving the set yesterday with Carnetta, Carnetta had called and she was asking me about actors. So I've opened up doors for other actors. I'm like, you don't even have to tell them it came from me. Just, you can trust them, do their thing. Because she was looking for somebody for them to play a coach today, a trainer today. So those 3 shows or 4 shows, I never auditioned. And I'm just like, damn, am I bad at auditioning or what's the deal?
Bro, and I wanted to ask you about this too. Did you find that through these contacts that you made, was these doors open through something you did or just where you tend to move and shake? Because I would imagine that Walking Dead opened a lot of doors for you. And you got a lot of calls from that. Was it any particular turning point that got you to where this is, or it's just like just meeting people as you went along?
All of these people I had met was before The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Before The Walking Dead. I don't think our people care about The Walking Dead like that. I think if anything, it opened up doors to the other folks.
Okay.
Our folks were like, oh yeah, he's on The Walking Dead. Okay.
Yeah, I stopped watching after a couple seasons. Yeah.
I mean, for horror fans though, if you like horror, like that was a show. Regardless, I don't care who you was. That was a show for a long period of time. Like, yeah, eventually, yeah, you probably
it opens up doors for independent horror films.
Okay, yeah,
okay,
yeah, because it's just like I don't know if y'all saw the video I just posted because I just got the trailer last night. I just posted the trailer today. The Grim Rapper.
Oh,
I play rapper. Yeah, you got it, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was surprised when I saw that doggone trailer. I'm like, okay, this trailer all right, And my character's like Suge, Suge Knight. So my character is Hawthorne Slim. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Yes, and again, I think they were more hyped up about the whole Walking Dead because a lot of times, like films like that, they'd be like, okay, we got somebody from the Walking Dead. Or conventions, they from the Walking Dead.
Because when they do your press, they always put that, like as Vincent Ward known for. They always put that, and then they put some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
Do you do stuff like Comic-Con and all that stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I say conventions. That's why I say it's good for that type of stuff.
How does that work?
I used to do conventions all the time, man. I have a few coming out. I was just in Tampa.
Oh yeah, MegaCon, right?
BeyondCon.
BeyondCon.
Yeah, okay. I was in Tampa. But yeah, man, it's for independent films or smaller films, but bigger stuff, they don't care.
Yeah. So everything else was just your relationships, or
auditioning and getting a part. Okay. Even with Bosch Legacy that came on this year, right? Mm-hmm. Man, I shot that like a year and a half ago, 2 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. They take a minute. Yeah.
Because they was trying to figure out what streaming network it was going to be on.
Yeah. And then you got Beef too, right? Ain't you in Beef?
Deal secured yet. Wow.
Beef with well, no, it's not. He's not in this.
It's new characters.
But it's new characters now. Yeah. They switched it up.
Beef and then did NCIS this year. It came out this year, so it's it's tough. People when somebody be like, "Yeah, I saw your little part," I'll be like, "You know how many people you have to beat out to get that?" Hey, man, one thing when I pray,
checking people on that shit, dog. Like, come on,
I ask God to make sure I'm mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually strong. You know what I mean? Because think about like the Robin Williams and some other people who killed themselves, and you just be like, man, they had it all.
Yeah.
Did they? This mental part of this industry is tough.
People have no idea.
Yes, it is.
No idea. You studying all this crap and then nothing.
Yeah.
Then you see who gets the part. You be like, okay, what did they do differently than me?
Right.
It was just their time.
Mm-hmm. Do you find that you get cast for a lot of muscle roles? You got to play the bodyguard.
Well, I am a little bigger than everybody else. So
yeah. Come with it. Yeah.
So I am 6'4", like 2. Today. Boy, I look like a big mule in the stepdad. I was big as hell.
Yeah, especially with that wig on.
My God, looking like Clifton Brown in that thing. Yes, honey, come here, honey. When they started giving me that wig, I was like, all right, I'm gonna put. That
was definitely a holler moment for me. That was a holler moment.
Yeah. Reminded me of the wig The Rock had on. Remember that in his movie? Vincent got The Rock's wig on. Okay.
Yeah, sometimes.
And the mustache.
Sometimes I feel that way, but my thing is until I can get some of them Will Smith checks and Leonardo checks, I just be the big ninja playing the big ninja.
Yeah.
But your presence,
honestly, recently it hasn't been like that though.
No, you played characters that your physicality is just a bonus to it, but you could see it being played by something else. But your presence it commands a certain level of attention. So it works for you. And as far as the stuff that I've seen you in, it just works.
Especially that grim grim rapper thing, because you know, I wasn't sure about it. I'm like, Hawthorne Slim, y'all couldn't think of anybody else's name. Like,
it's got a little, you know.
Yeah, but how many niggas who talk like
ain't no
this
brothers
have had Hawthorne Slim?
Yeah, I don't know Hawthorne.
Hey, it might end up being a cult classic.
Oh man, I believe it will be. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
when does it come
out? Sometime they said late summer. Late summer.
Okay.
Yeah, late summer or
definitely
later in the year.
And
like I said, I just got it. They sent it to me last night when I was on set. And I think this boxing movie with Chris and them is gonna be good too. It's called Get Back Up. I play this young lady's father. Okay. This young lady's father that is also her trainer. Bro, and you know, this young lady named Mickey. It was her first time acting, but she's a professional boxer.
You cooking grease, bro.
She's actually was supposed to fight. What's her name? Clarissa
Shields.
She was supposed to fight her.
Clarissa.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about in the movie.
Oh, in the movie.
Okay. In the movie, but you know, something happened that she's not going to be in it. But you know, whoever's taking her places, I'm sure is going to do a great job too.
Yeah.
If you had to pick 5 of your projects as your favorite, that would quintessentially define your career. Give me your top 5 of your whether it's stage, film, TV. What's your favorite 5?
I'm definitely got to go with the play with Snoop, Redemption of a Dog. I played a character once again like Suge Knight. My character's name was Big Sauce. It was really him, but it was Big Sauce / I was the devil. And that's why it's called Redemption of the Dog. I was trying to bring Snoop to the dark side, but he wouldn't come. So at the end, I had to show him, you know, who's really in charge. So I thought. Of course, The Walking Dead, even though I didn't know what The Walking Dead was when I first started working on there. Yeah. I had no clue. Yeah. I would say Knight Rider. Knight Rider.
Even though Knight Rider, nice.
Yeah, they ended up doing like the new Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even though it was like a couple, no, I think it was 1 episode, but that was the first time I had a double, a stand-in, and a stunt guy.
Yeah,
I felt kind of special.
Yeah. 2 milestones, baby.
Yeah,
milestones hit different.
A little special.
Yeah.
Even though I was only hired to be Terry Cruz's stand-in, they gave me a whole bunch of different parts. Okay. And that was probably the best 4 years of my life, man.
Everybody hates Chris. Yeah.
Everybody hates Chris. We had so much fun, man.
Yeah,
I was actually with Tashina and a few of the characters the other night because Ali Leroy, everybody think it's Chris Rock, but Ali Leroy ran that shit. And Ali used to always take pictures of us, man. I'm like, damn, this nigga keep his camera.
Yeah.
And man, he had a big gathering at this art museum of all those pictures that he took over the years. It was awesome, man. It was very touching. And so yeah, definitely everybody hates Chris. Devereaux. I got to say my own movie.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I have to say Devereaux and The Stepdaddy because I felt like I had, even though it wasn't like what I really and truly wanted, but those were 2 accomplishments that came out of my head. Yeah. And now people are watching it, you know what I mean? So I definitely have to show some love to that.
That's what's up, man.
And I'll say I love going to the conventions.
Yeah.
Because to this day, I still can't believe people paying me for an autograph.
Or picture. Yeah, dog. Yeah, like you get real money off that.
I'm like,
I heard what's his name? The guy that played Daryl. I heard he be clocking 7 figures.
6 figures.
Yeah.
Oh, 6 figures, easy, every week. But he ain't the only one.
Yeah.
But he does it in a way he shows that he's appreciative of the people. Mm-hmm. Some of these celebs, they don't give a damn about the people. Just bring me that money on over.
Yeah.
And it'd be some of the people you be like, what? Damn, he seems so cool.
Yeah.
Not when them bills got to be paid.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Okay.
Yeah,
well, brother, I know you got stuff to do, meetings coming up. You got your big pitch coming up.
Blessings on that, man.
Listen, congratulations on everything. You are officially a family of the Holler Boys.
Y'all need one of them shirts.
Yeah, we gotta get him a shirt out there, man. Because listen, I think we're gonna do a part 2. This is definitely a part 2 type of interview because you got so much stuff coming out, and there's still some other things that we probably should touch on. But I want to be respectful of your time. Vincent Ward, y'all follow him if you're not already. Follow him on IG. You got Facebook. Go watch The Stepdaddy. Check out his independent.
Hold on. I got to stop. Vincent M. Ward.
Vincent M. Ward.
That's how
and the reason why I'm saying that, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. When I first moved out here, my phone rings, right? And I'm like, hello? May I speak to Vincent Ward? I'm just like, speaking. This is the original Vincent Ward, and I'm calling to let you know you need to change your name or use your middle initial or all this stuff. I was like, what? I said, how'd you get my number? It doesn't matter how I got it. Change your name. Click. That was the first. That was the first Karen right there, man.
Hey, now we gotta look him up, put him on blast. Who you think you is, man? Who you think you is?
Yeah, right. Oh my God.
So Vincent M. Ward.
All right,
Vincent M.
Ward. Y'all get it right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna send you
like money.
I'm gonna send you that email for Jay. Send you the email so we can try to connect you with doing a pitch with Chris and them. That's
with Chris Stokes?
For sure.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Appreciate
thank you,
that,
brother.
Man.
Thank you.
That.
Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna put you backstage, but hang out for 2 more seconds.
Okay.
Hang out for 2 more seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, thank you very much, Vincent M. Ward, ladies and gentlemen. And Hollerin At The Screen, like, share, subscribe. You know what to do, and then go support my dog. Thank you, brother.
Absolutely.